Okay, hi, welcome back. How's it going? Another day, another Vlogmas. For today's Vlogmas, for today's day in the life, I don't know. What do I refer to this as? Uh Basically, what I'm doing today is quite simple. I'm not trying today. I mean, I will be, but that's not my main focus for today because my desk is a mess. And I hate it. It's when your space is cluttered, you feel cluttered, your mind's cluttered, all that good stuff. So that's happening. I have to completely clean this entire area. But in addition to that, I do have a lot of fashion reference books that I keep close to me at my desk because it's easier to reach for it when I need to figure out what era of clothing this thing is or what it would look like. So I have all of those reference books quite close to me, and it's getting a little busy to say that I have is putting it mildly. So I do want to kind of reorganize that a little bit, but also maybe do like a little mini haul because I did get a couple new ones because, like I said, obsession, and I think it'd be fun to kind of peruse that for a little bit. So that's kind of the main focus today. We're just gonna clean up and we're gonna talk about some fashion history books. Cute, short, sweet. Let's get into it. All that jazz. Okay, I'm gonna go do that right now. Look how much tape. Ugh. And that's not all of it. My god, it's falling. Okay. There's a lot of tape. Why do I have so much tape? Oh my god. In addition to my tapes here, is it focusing? Whatever, my tape's right there. We have tape, tape, tape. And I have another container on the side with more tape in it. I have a problem? Yeah. Is that another tape on the floor? More tape. Okay, so actually, let me start this again with the microphone. Alright, I had to go get my microphone before I started. Alright, so before I take down all my books from my little reference shelf and move things around, I figured I would show you my 3 new books that I got because we don't gatekeep here. I love to share. So the first book that I bought this past month was Fashion: A Timeline in Photographs from 1850 to today, and today in this case is like 2015. But this one is really cool because it literally is just like a breakdown of different historical looks in photographs. So from the advent of photography, I guess, just showing what women wore or people. I have a book that's specific to women, but not this one. And it's like a good reference point if you just need to I need to draw something from 1920. Let me just flip through here and find 1926 and just get like a really quick snapshot of what people were wearing when, which I think is good if you're looking into like fashion history and like figuring out silhouettes really quickly and having things read correctly. And also I just like seeing the pictures of people in their fancy gowns from 1850 to today. So this is a good one for that purpose. Okay, my next book is Real Clothes, Real Lives, 200 Years of What Women Wore. So this book is a collection of pictures and also writings talking about the Smith College historic clothing collection, and it really delves into the everyday woman and what they would wear, you know. So a lot of the fashion books that I have are really either high fashion or they're catered toward like more of a richer clientele, because those are the pieces that they've had archived and stuff like that. But this one really breaks down like the average woman, like aprons and maternity dresses and service uniforms. So it really helps if you're drawing something like the stories and the characters that I'm drawing about or making things about or being asked to draw for aren't necessarily rich people, you know? So if I have something that I'm drawing and it takes place in 1950s and I don't know what an outfit, like what would a pregnant woman wear in 1950s America, perfect book for stuff like that. Yeah, look at this crochet day dress. They also have a couple of iconic pieces, like they have some outfits worn by Gladys Knight, for instance. Yay! Like there that is, and there she is in it. They also have like Girl Scout outfits and quinceanera dresses. Ooh, I think I found one. So, you know, and that's talking about quinceaneras in the 80s and in the 2010s, and talking about the difference in those trends and like why you will see, for instance, this one paired with some Converse shoes instead of the traditional high heel. But I think this is a really, more service outfits. I think this is a really good one if you just want to see basically what the average woman would be wearing throughout the years, because like I said, most of the fashion books that I have are catered toward not necessarily the average person. They're very rich, they're very lush, and being able to have this as a guide for like, oh, these are the type of clothes people were wearing in 1920s or the 1960s even is very useful, or the 1800s, you know, pick a date, work with that. But yeah, this, I'm very excited about this one. Oh, this is cool. Sorry. Like, what kind of petticoats would they wear if it was winter? Things like that. Very useful. So my next book is 1950 in Vogue, the Jessica Daves years, which the Jessica Daves years are 1952 to 1962. Hefty book. This one is kind of sort of a biography of Jessica Daves during that time period, in addition to kind of like a biography of Vogue during that time period and how it changed and became kind of the modern Vogue, or the birth of the modern Vogue during that time period. I don't really know much about this book because all I needed to see was Vogue 1950s history of, and I was kind of like, yep, sign me up, I want to know. So I don't really have much to say about her right now. I'm very curious to see what this book contains. It's very hard to hold it up to camera. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it down flat and like we'll look through it real quick. But yeah, I guess it's just a little fashion history for the girlies who like high fashion, especially the girlies who love Vogue. You know, if you want to know how it came to be under her, under her reign. That sounds so evil in a way. I don't mean it like that, but you know, under her tutelage, under her guardianship, how Vogue became what it is, and how we started and how we got there and where we ended up today. I think this is kind of a good little overview of all of that, in addition to specifically looking into 1952 to 1962 via Vogue. So I mean, listen, I can update y'all later when I read it. I'll do a follow-up. Once I've read these books, I'll do a follow-up so I can actually talk about it with accuracy. But I just knew that it looked good. I liked the subject matter. Pretty. So here we are today. As I was editing the video, I realized I didn't actually say goodbye to you guys. And we've built, I think, enough of a rapport that it feels weird to not actually say goodbye. So this is me signing off, saying goodbye. I hope you enjoyed that foray into some of my fashion history books. I was gonna say art books. I guess they kind of sort of are art books in a way. And I'm an art book connoisseur, as you may well know, based on our last video about art books like 2-3 weeks ago. If you enjoyed that, there's plenty more where that came from, and I promise I will have read the Vogue one by the time we do this again, so that I can properly talk about it. But until that day, we're in Vlogmas, so I'll probably see you again tomorrow. But until then, drink water, stay safe, make some good choices, all of the above, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.